go, T, go. I don't give a
I was just watching and observing. It sucks to watch a guy get bullied like that. They were like, come on, get your shoes on, Justin, let's go. I'm pissed, I want to take it out on somebody.
You gonna put your shoes on? You're playing. You're a hoe ass bitch. That's what I'm saying right there, bro. You keep going everywhere you go, bro. You get beat up.
He pressed the button, nobody answered.
So am I gonna have to just start bouncing your head off the door until they come in and help you?
Come talk to me. Come on, bro. You ain't no rabbit. You touch me, I'm gonna you up, bro. Go in my room, bro. Come here. Come here.
CJ, what up?
They pull Justin into a cell, and I could just see Justin waiting there for JoJo to come in and kick his ass. I felt sorry for the guy. He was being picked on just so somebody could experience some power, and that's not a reason to treat somebody like they are nothing.
I've been sparing you. I really want to slaughter you. I really just want to put my hands on you. You acting like you're not.
I know that I'm supposed to stay in my own lane, but it's really hard to just sit and watch this. I really, really sympathize with Justin. So I give Justin 3 e-cigs and a honey bun. And he gave it to JoJo, who was angry at the moment.
Don't worry about it, y'all. I'm a little bitch.
But it was still enough to get him out of debt. He's completely fine. Nobody's messed with him since then. And I don't have much longer here, so I'm not worried about anybody giving me a hard time. When I switched from D pod to C pod, I realized that running a store gained you some sort of respect, and it also was a way to remain social with people. And, you know, having a little bit extra money and influence is never a bad thing. So, I run the most unique store in C. Even transactions, I don't do owing, and there's never any kind of debt at all. Every single decision I've made in here has just worked out for me, except for doing some deals with Ricky.
I still got your tray in the morning.
Ricky, you know, he has his own little black market. He's been cheeking all of his medication,
drugs,
hiding it till later, and then selling it off to other inmates in return for other items. Ricky's someone who needs to be on all of his medication because when he doesn't, he gets progressively worse.
I didn't pray the TV wouldn't talk to me. But you pray for guidance in your prayer.
So do you prefer for the TV to talk to you?
Yeah, you get used to it.
he talks about some crazy. Video told him to hit somebody. He said the TV told me he was a child molester the other day.
So Ricky starts some random conversation with me this afternoon, and it just got weird quickly.
It used to be every now and then. I had to keep praying. The more I prayed, the more God guided me. The TV would tell them anything I've done, and if I asked them to, and anything you done. multifaceted. Communicates with me 24/7. I know the truth. They was baby rapists, and you wouldn't even imagine how many nasty was in her. They're jacking their fingers off, rubbing her hand like it's all day long, identifying herself.
And this guy believes the TV is talking to him, and it tells him when people are child molesters because they touched their hand.
To do this, and you won't even know you're doing it. You hear me? It's nasty. I gotta open my eyes. You hear me? I mean, my eyes are open. I can see for the first time, and it's nasty to see the world like this.
And then he gets to this point where he's very suspicious of me.
What are you talking about? If you're just gonna keep talking about a kid, you just on another side of the road. A child is still a child.
And he's genuinely whacked out.
Believer of being good and bad will not be housed together anymore. You're considered dead to the word of God. Help me carry out Allah's command. Don't let your bad outweigh your good.
He's there. It's just the lights aren't all the way on. It didn't make no sense.
Can you hear me when I'm not talking?
No.
But there's a game in you that can. It's an unseen spirit that is supposed to worship God and is talking about Allah, who I call God.
I can't wait to go home. And I need to keep my sanity enough with this.
You've already knocked, the door will be open. Everybody must be born again. I believe that with all my heart.
It's very confusing to talk to Ricky, but I've had experience talking to people who are, for lack of a better way to put it, out of their mind in the hospital before, and you kind of just nod your head and smile.
Do you want to talk to me?
Well, yeah, I have something in my eye. Yeah.
I can't sit there and talk to you if you're going to rub your eyes.
I'm listening. I have my eyelash.
I'm doing, bro. I'm doing. No, I'm not stupid. I know when somebody's making fun of me.
I scratch my eye, and Ricky just goes completely haywire.
You've been possessed, homie.
Yeah, I didn't get to you or anything. I got an eyelash in my eye from blinking.
Think you possessed?
I'm not, but...
He really thinks that I have a demonic possession because I touched my eye.
Not like that. You might have just misconstrued things. I really have something in my
Anytime I
eye.
pray, evil spirits enter somebody that ain't got control of their body. It's something in you that has to do it to let me know who you are.
I just
I
didn't want
just
you
said,
to
why
think
you
I
gonna
was
sit
coming
here
at you or something.
and act like I'm friends with you when you're an enemy? Yeah, I'm gonna have to whoop somebody for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody gonna be played with. You can't have. You're acting different. You're acting real different. Almost gone. Convict. I think you're a con artist. You'll be back.
I hope not. I really want to get
I
out of
hope
it.
you don't get caught what you really meant.
I really want to just not end up here again. I
You
don't
ain't
want
changing, buddy. I heard the way you talking. You're getting worse.
to. Am I?
Yeah. You just hope you don't get caught.
So I'm kind of in a tough spot at this point because you can't rationalize with a person like Ricky when he's off of his meds. And if you try to fight a person like Ricky in a program like this, you're gonna catch a real charge. Never doing anything again. Kind of want to just settle down. Honestly. I want to be a better person. My only real option is to kind of play along with Ricky and hope that they call my name soon. I'll do what I have to do to be a better person.
Buddy, you're creative. Tell this mountain to move and it will listen.
I didn't sleep for the most part throughout the night. I was nervous about Ricky. who could have just done anything at any given point. It was just completely unpredictable.
Middleton? Who did calls on?
Bed baggage.
Dead baggage and Ryan, dead baggage.
When they called my name, it was like a sigh of relief. And I just started grabbing my stuff. And all the vultures started swarming. What do you have to give me? I call this, just like all this stuff started happening. Even Ricky asked me for commissary. At the end of the day, I really feel sorry for people like Ricky because he shouldn't be in a place like this. It's only making him worse.
Hey, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
As I was walking out, I really felt for a lot of these guys. I'm about to experience freedom, and all I can think of is how some of these guys may never get out of here.
Yellow property, yellow bin.
Ryan. Kyle Ryan. Yes. Rod's up on there.
We go down to booking, and it was so odd because getting into jail took like 18 hours, but to get out took like 18 minutes.
I didn't really plan on feeling the way that I felt once I left. I thought that I would make acquaintances for sure, but I didn't think that I'd make any good friends, and I made several. Hey, good luck. There were a lot of good people in there that I had a lot of things in common with, but I felt like I stayed true to myself. I beat jail. I just realized when I walked outside, this is the first time I've seen sunlight in the year of 2016.
How you doing?
Not bad. Already things are different, you know, feeling gravity of an elevator and seeing people walking around wearing something besides orange or gray or white. Welcome to my cell. I'm still very much mentally in the pod, oddly. Kind of forgot what it was like to see sunlight and just walk outside. It seemed like a distant memory. This is much better than the toilet water that you have to drink. That's awesome. It bounces and everything. Everything. When you look out and you see cars and snow and sky, buildings, people going on about their daily lives, and there's an entire class of people that has kind of forgotten what this is like. I did this for me. I really wanted to know what it's like, because I want to be a detective or something, and I want to send real people away, and I see that in jail, not everybody deserves to be there. And that's not so bad. I'm just happy to be out. Hey guys,
Ryan, how are you?
I've been worse.
So from the sheriff's office perspective, what's something that we did that we could improve upon?
The walkthroughs need to be more detailed. They miss injuries and never get a visual cue on that person. They may be laying there with a broken jaw till morning, just afraid that they might get kicked in again. I think that medical issues should be taken seriously. Small things like giving the right pills, making sure that people take the pills. There are a lot of people. I wonder if they should even be in jail at all or in, a mental health facility or something like that. Fights. They always happen in the bathrooms.
Tell me about this inmate court.
The terminology they use is kangaroo court.
Court's in session.
People get taken in and questioned by basically anybody who is anybody. If they find you guilty, you get the beat out of you. My view on jail is absolutely different. It's not like in the movies, and it's different for everybody.
Do you think jail changed you?
I think jail will change anybody, whether it's 24 hours or 24 years.
Well, that's why I ask you, because I can tell you're different.
How so?
Your language.
I had to do that. I had to start messing some things up and ease back into things. As a result, I feel dumber, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna read every book that I can.
I appreciate it. Thanks for all your feedback and your participation. It means a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. I didn't call anybody. I didn't talk to anybody. I really tried to detach from everything. I had an important job to do, and I couldn't focus fully if I was just worried about my own. I'm not nervous. Never have been. Jail's not that hard. It's more weird than it is hard. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Ryan, man. What's going on, man?
I sadly learned that I can become a rather effective inmate. Say I got a 25-year sentence. I could move up the ranks, make a lot of money, gain a lot of influence.
Your mom is, she'll be here in a minute.
Okay, use my intelligence to, work up the ladder. I wouldn't put it past myself to be a very, very influential figure in jail.
I'm so glad to see you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
You're crazy.
The term corrections facility is a misnomer. They don't correct anything. There's no becoming a better citizen. You just sit and stare at a wall. The system is broken.
Welcome to 60 Days in the Aftermath. I'm Dan Abrams. Today I'm speaking to Sheriff Knoll and Captain Maples for a second time about the final round of their groundbreaking program in Clark County Jail. And all of the participants are here to look back at their extraordinary time as inmates. Ryan, your experience was different than Dion's because you struggled at the outset to kind of find your way. But let's check out some of your time in the Clark County Jail.
I got pulled over for a rolling stop. The average IQ in there is probably lower than what I'm used to in, say, college.
He's intelligent, but he's awful arrogant.
I'm not going to step in on anybody's business unless it becomes mine.
Yeah, just bro.
Open your hand up all the way.
So I give you 7.
Go ahead, you're good. Just do it. I ain't tripping.
7 to 6.
I believe Garza does trust me a little more now that I've been able to help him.
Come on.
It's set, man.
It won't move. Did he really just do it? He really just
Okay.
Now, you really integrated with some of the inmates. Did you expect that to happen?
I wanted to really live this. I wanted to know what an entire class of people that I've never interacted with were like.
What was your intention, your goal in going into the program?
I planned on becoming a detective at some point. You have to be a police officer first. And I couldn't just send someone to jail for terrible laws, knowing, I could just be ruining this person's life over possession of, a blunt or something like that.
Do you still want to be a police officer?
No, I do not.
And that's as a result of your time in jail?
Absolutely. I don't feel right enforcing broken laws. I just feel like I could handle much, much larger issues like trying to reform the law rather than enforcing it.
Gentlemen, what do you make of that?
Some of the things he said, and no offense, Ryan, like doing large jail bits for a blunt doesn't occur in Indiana. They might have told you that. And I understand he spent a lot of time with these people, so he only gets to hear the story that they tell.
Now, you went against the advice that you were given in training about selling commissary items. Tell me about the tray store that you created.
I mostly did even trades.
Any one of y'all be interested in selling y'all biscuits and gravy for a honey bun or a dang?
So I would give something for something immediately. I didn't really get involved in future markets or owing people. All I ever did was just go up in the world.
Sheriff, you're not happy about
No, I'm
this.
pretty disappointed because we gave him specific instructions not to do that. And I know he sits over and easy now because nothing happened to him to say there was no risk, but there was.
I only dealt with people that I knew were smart business, good business, people that trusted me and that I trusted, people I was good with. That was really all it was.
There was an inmate named Justin who had some debts to pay, and you helped him out with your business.
You only got $7, bro. You can give me 1 tray a day. That's for the test.
I don't want to see somebody just being preyed on like that. So I went and grabbed everything that I had and basically got him completely out of debt.
Dion, what do you make of Ryan's business?
There's a lot of people like Justin in jail. It's a lot of risk, and people just stick to, eating 3 trays a day. Like, you're still gonna be hungry, of course, but it's better than owing somebody a noodle or something.
Captain Maples, you had to actually intervene and remove Ryan from the pod and talk to him.
You gotta keep in mind, you're still in here on a program.
But I do still have an honor code. I have to keep some people close while I am here.
You're getting a little bit too inmate-y.
We wanted to just make sure the end goal was the same. We need perspective of this jail. We don't need you to become an inmate.
Sheriff, how did Ryan help you as a participant in the program?
Unfortunately, he showed me a lot of what not to do.
So today's lunch ready?
No, everything else today's already been gotten. And then Friday's B's and G's trade.
So he actually blended right into the inmate hierarchy and did stuff that they were doing that he wasn't supposed to do.
I think it was misconstrued that I was just trying to, be inmate-y. And that may have technically been the case, but it wasn't really the goal.
We're back with Chris, Brian, Ryan, and Dion. Brian, you became a target almost instantly.
I was someone that they felt comfortable messing with.
We're gonna have to get his ass tonight.
Do you think that your actions led to you becoming a target?
It's not that there was anything specific that I did, but it was more what I didn't do.
Where'd you come from, my guy?
It was how I carried myself. It was how I responded.
Where was you at?
What do you call it? You mean the pod? When I went in, I was not thinking like an inmate, and that's what exposed me to
The pod?
that harassment.
Ryan, you just realized who he was from watching the video.
Yeah, the lack of beard, well-groomed, and, no glasses kind of threw me off, but I definitely remember that. Really, that was just recreation.
It is game time.
We were bored.
Ryan, you used the word we.
We.
We? You were talking about you and the rest of the inmates.
Yeah.
Were you part of it?
I wasn't part of it. I understood it. After I blended and got in with everybody, I could understand why they were doing it. Everybody was just bored.
Sheriff, you don't seem to be buying that.
I'm not amused by it, I'll tell you that. It's disturbing to me. I think that's how bullying starts. That's how it starts in the schools. That's how it starts in the pod. It's not fun. I didn't think it was cute. It's one thing to joke, but this is beyond that.
Joking or not, there's gonna be criminal charges placed on the inmates that were involved in some of this stuff.
Unfortunately, sometimes even people that we put in an undercover capacity assimilate and start acting like inmates.
Just for the record, I had a job to do and I had to adapt to that. I tried to do it as well as I could. I said this before. I wasn't trying to pass this. I was trying to ace this. I didn't want to just go in and survive. I wanted to thrive. And I felt like I did that. I absolutely took everything for granted before I went to jail. I missed wide open environments in general, like the woods and nature. When I went into the program, I thought I had all of the answers. My ultimate goal is to become a homicide detective, and I feel that this project definitely gives me the insight that I need to be more comfortable doing what I have to do for those jobs. I came out of the program with more questions than I've ever had. I just don't know what I can do or what I should do from here. There are a lot of honorable careers that I could pursue, but do they really make the mass level of change that we need? And I just wonder what I can do to make a difference, a real difference. The biggest misconception about me is that I'm a totally arrogant, condescending know-it-all. I'm somebody who doesn't really make a good first impression. What's the propensity for gangs and racial segregation and whatnot here? Things I need to be
You gotta turn this language down. Propensity for racial segregation. You're gonna have a rough time, man. A rough time.
I'm a very literal person. I don't do very well with idioms and sarcasm. So when they say, get inside, get like an inmate, get information, that's it, I go in and I do those things. When I went into jail, I didn't think, oh, I'm here to make friends. It just kind of happened, mainly with Garza. At the request of the sheriff, I didn't talk to anybody, but when I was cleared, the first thing I wanted to do was talk to Garza. I was like, I want to set this up. I want to meet the guy. I'm worried that Garza will kind of misunderstand the reason that I was there and the reason that I got close to him. I hope that he knows that it was genuine. I've invited Garza to a gym to, just get caught up and just do a workout, something we did all the time.
You ever work out, man? Yeah. You work out, man?
I would consider Garza the best friend that I made in jail. I'm a little nervous about how Garza may have taken that I was undercover in jail. I'm worried that he will kind of misunderstand the reason that I was there and the reason that I got close to him.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
What's up, dude? You
all right? Just chilling. You're looking good, man.
Yeah, thanks.
How's everything?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You been all right?
Yeah, just, doing nothing, thinking a lot about what's happened and all,
Really? Have you been in touch with Wes or any of them?
I haven't contacted anybody at the request of the sheriff. You're the first person I've spoken to since I've gotten out.
Oh, really?
They went completely insane on me because I didn't snitch on you.
Yeah,
so
that
I
was
want you to know that I wasn't in there trying to get people caught up for stupid to make their lives more miserable. I was trying to actually find the problems and show people the other side.
In reality, dude, it's not that big a deal, It's okay, man. It is what it is.
It's a big relief to know that he actually gets what I did and he doesn't misconstrue it into being like, oh, you were a plant, you lied, and all this other stuff. He gets me, and so that's important. What do you think would be good for you to do on your hand especially?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. That's no worries now, dude. Let's do whatever. Come on, I'll just jump into it. We'll try to figure something out. It's like doing it off the stairs, remember?
Yeah, this is way narrower. It's actually really cool to see Garza without all of the random, chaotic that goes on in jail.
Dude, what do you do for a living?
Right now, nothing. I'm extremely unsure about what to do with myself at this point. I have no clue, none. I'm more confused now than ever.
Wow. You think that's because of this?
Yeah, it's absolutely because of this. I don't know what it is that I can do that makes a real difference, but I want to do that. I've thought about law school. I've thought about, more police work.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of high expectations for yourself. What are you doing with that now?
Dude, I've been extremely blessed since I've been out. It's been crazy. My family, just, a lot of support. And so, I work at a manufacturing company. I'm the receiving supervisor there, so I do all the scheduling, basically all the paperwork.
I'm happy for Garza. He seems to be doing better than I am in a lot of ways. I'm very lost. I don't know, with my qualifications and my background and my abilities, what I should do.
Let's keep in touch.
Yeah.
I know you live
not far from you. So, I'll be around, man, and I'll definitely keep in contact.
We could, dude, for real, if you wanted to, we could come here and meet sometime.
I know for a fact that me and Garza are gonna keep in contact for potentially the rest of our lives just because he's a good person and I need good people in my life.
I want some hot coffee.
Today, Ryan and I are going to the shooting range.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Doing all right.
Got any guns?
Of course. I'm really struggling with whether or not I want to be a police officer. At this point, I'm kind of considering law school, but maybe Quentin can convince me otherwise. I'm not sure yet.
Eyes and ears.
I'll gear up here. I would definitely consider Quentin a good friend of mine. And so I figured that nobody would know my position in life and the actual job of being a police officer quite like Quentin would. We could do 5 shots each target, winner take all.
All right.
I'm beating the out of you. That's how it's gonna go. I think that I'm a better shot than Quentin. So we're gonna see.
Ryan and I have always been competitive.
This should be easy pickings.
I beat Ryan in chess about 30 to 40 times. He came close a couple of times, but he never won. Okay, you win. Good job.
That's how we roll in the South. I wish that I knew what I was gonna be doing in a year. I don't know what life holds tomorrow. Whatever I'm doing, I do know that I want to be making the world a better place. I think we've established who's the superior man here.
I gotta admit, it hurts a little bit that you actually were successful today, son.
You can get help for this stuff.
I know.
This depression.
You need to get a job.
I know. I don't know what the I'm gonna do though, man.
Well, what you're gonna do is you're gonna fill out an application and actually show up.
I mean, is it good work? That's the real question. It's like, what do you think about like putting nonviolent offenders and just stuff like that? People that probably don't deserve to actually be in, but you have to throw them in anyways because it's the job.
As a policeman, you're not the arbitrator of what is a good law and what is a bad law.
Yeah.
That's not your job. Your job is to enforce the laws. And the beautiful thing about police work is we have a great deal of discretion in applying the law. Each force, under the guidance of their chief or sheriff, pick what is best for the community that makes them safe. They're trying to do what the public wants. We are a reflection of that community.
We've seen so many good people.
Yeah.
You remember the brothers? They were just like, they got into a fight and they did more time than we did.
The judges, the public defenders, all those other people play a role.
So the real problem is
the law. No, the real problem for you is where do you fit?
I don't know.
That's what you got to figure out.
That's the hard part. I don't know where I fit into anywhere.
Ryan's a good guy. If I had 10 people like Ryan, I could probably take over a small country. His life is like before him. He's got a lot of potential. But if he doesn't start, he'll never get to where he wants to be. He's looking at the end, but he doesn't see the beginning. Time is passing by. All the people you could have helped in that year have gone by the wayside.
So the worst thing I can do is nothing.
Nothing. You need to get to it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
It's time to make moves.
Yeah, it is.
Every once in a while, you'll have a conversation that'll change your life. This was one of them. I've realized a lot of things, not only about myself, but of the system. In the next year of my life, I'm dedicating myself to bettering the world in any way that I can. I'm gonna find something that I fit into, something that I can really make a difference in and love what I do. I hope with everything that I have that the jail has changed from the efforts that we put in, because I don't want it to all just be just because.
Woo! Cheers!